On a cold and dark night in Missoula, Montana, something inexplicable happened. What you are about to see is incredible. A story that changed the course of history for a small town and revealed a secret that had been hidden for years. The truth behind the UFO sightings in Missoula is more shocking than you can imagine. Discover what the experts don't want you to know. A revelation that will surprise you and change your perspective on what really exists beyond our planet. Are you prepared to know the truth? Because at the end of this video, we will reveal something incredible and mysterious that will keep your attention until the last second. But before we continue, I need to know if you are ready to discover the most intriguing and emotional stories of the universe. So, subscribe to our channel to receive all YouTube notifications and discover incredible cases in our next videos. Thank you very much for that. Lisa, an investigative journalist known for her determination and courage, arrives in Missoula, Montana, with a clear mission: to uncover the truth behind the UFO sightings that have been terrifying local residents. What happens when she begins her investigation is something that will leave you perplexed. A journey that will take you to the limits of reality and fiction. Lisa checks into a small hotel on the outskirts of the city, a modest but welcoming place called Mountain View Inn. At night, while settling into her room, she hears stories from local residents about strange lights in the sky and inexplicable sounds coming from the forest. Lisa's curiosity is piqued, and she decides to investigate further. You won't believe what happened. The next morning, Lisa wakes up early and decides to explore the city. She walks through the quiet streets of Missoula, observing the residents going about their daily routines. The city seems normal, but there is a palpable tension in the air. Lisa notices that people avoid talking about the UFO sightings, as if there is a tacit agreement of silence. Determined to get answers, Lisa visits the local library, where she finds a section dedicated to stories and reports of UFO sightings in the region. She spends hours reading about the mysterious events that have been occurring in Missoula over the past few years. The reports are frightening: bright lights in the sky, strange sounds coming from the forest, and even sightings of beings that do not seem to be from this world. Lisa decides to interview some of the residents who reported these events. She meets an elderly man named Harold, who claims to have seen an alien spaceship land in the forest a few years ago. Harold describes the spaceship in vivid detail, talking about its bright lights and the thunderous sound it made when it landed. Lisa takes notes, feeling a chill run down her spine. Later, Lisa meets a woman named Margaret, who claims to have heard strange sounds coming from the forest at night. Margaret describes the sounds as a mixture of hums and clicks, something she had never heard before. Lisa asks if Margaret has seen anything unusual in the forest, and she responds that she has, but is afraid to talk about it. Lisa's curiosity only grows. She decides to explore the forest on her own, armed with a camera and a recorder. As she walks through the dense woods of Missoula, she feels an inexplicable presence, as if she is being watched. The air is charged with mystery, and Lisa knows she is about to discover something that will change her life forever. Suddenly, Lisa hears a strange sound coming from a nearby clearing. She approaches cautiously, her heart pounding in her chest. What she sees leaves her speechless: a bright light in the sky, slowly descending towards the forest. Lisa quickly grabs her camera and starts filming, capturing the incredible moment as the light disappears among the trees. Lisa knows she is on the right track. She returns to the hotel, determined to continue her investigation. Lisa's journey in Missoula is just beginning, and she is about to uncover secrets that will leave you perplexed. You won't believe what happened next. Now, I need to remind you to subscribe to our channel, so you help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers. Can I count on you? Thank you very much. Lisa meets Laura, a local resident who claims to have been abducted by aliens. Laura describes her experience with vivid and terrifying details. But what is even more incredible is that Laura has physical evidence of her abduction. Discover what is hidden in the depths of the forest of Missoula. Laura invites Lisa to her home, a small cabin near the forest. Upon entering, Lisa feels a heavy atmosphere, as if the house holds dark secrets. Laura, a middle-aged woman with tired but determined eyes, begins to tell her story. "It was a night like any other," Laura begins, her voice trembling slightly. "I was returning home after visiting a friend. The road was deserted, and I was alone. Suddenly, I saw a bright light in the sky. I thought it was a meteor, but the light began to descend rapidly. Before I could react, the light enveloped me, and everything went dark." Laura pauses, taking a deep breath before continuing. When I woke up, I was in a strange place. The walls were metallic, and there were bright lights everywhere. I was lying on a table, and there were beings around me. They weren't human. They had large, black eyes, and their hands were long and thin. Lisa listens attentively, feeling a chill run down her spine. Laura continues, describing the beings in vivid detail. They examined me, using instruments I had never seen before. I felt a sharp pain in my arm, and then everything went dark again. When I woke up, I was back on the road, alone. Laura shows Lisa a strange scar on her arm, which she says appeared after the abduction. The scar is circular and has an intricate pattern, as if made by an advanced instrument. Lisa examines the scar closely, feeling a mixture of fascination and fear. Laura also shares drawings of the beings she claims to have seen during her experience. The drawings are detailed and terrifying, showing beings with large, black eyes, elongated heads, and fragile bodies. Laura's story is so convincing that Lisa decides to investigate further. After the abduction, I started having nightmares, Laura continues. I dreamed of the beings every night. They showed me things, images of other worlds and advanced technologies. It was as if they were trying to communicate something to me, but I couldn't understand. Lisa asks Laura if she has ever sought help or talked to anyone about her experience. Laura responds that she has, but no one believed her. People think I'm crazy, Laura says with a sad tone in her voice. But I know what I saw, and I know I'm not alone. Laura reveals that there are other residents in Missoula who have also reported similar experiences but are afraid to talk about it. Lisa feels a renewed determination to uncover the truth. She knows there is a secret hidden in the depths of the forest of Missoula, and she is willing to unravel it. Before leaving, Laura hands Lisa a small metallic object, which she says she found in the forest after her abduction. The object is strange, with a design that does not seem to be from this world. Lisa thanks Laura for her courage in sharing her story and promises to continue investigating. As Lisa leaves Laura's house, she feels a mix of emotions: fear, curiosity, and determination. She knows she is about to discover something that will change her life forever. A secret that has been hidden for years is about to be revealed. And another thing, if you subscribe now to our channel, comment "new subscriber" so I can send you a welcome message, okay? Dr. Thomas, a local scientist, has dedicated his life to studying paranormal phenomena and ufology. He shares with Lisa his most surprising discoveries, a fact that will change your perspective on the existence of extraterrestrial life. The most incredible story of UFO sightings is about to be revealed. Lisa schedules a meeting with Dr. Thomas at his laboratory, a place filled with advanced equipment and research files. Dr. Thomas, a man with a serious appearance and piercing gaze, greets Lisa with a firm handshake and leads her to a room full of monitors and charts. I have been studying paranormal phenomena and ufology for over 2 decades, Dr. Thomas begins, adjusting his glasses. And what I have discovered here in Missoula is something that will change your perspective on the existence of extraterrestrial life. Dr. Thomas shows Lisa recordings of UFO sightings and reports from other local residents. He explains that there is a pattern in the sightings, suggesting that something more sinister is happening. The truth behind the UFO sightings in Missoula is more shocking than anyone could imagine. Look at this, says Dr. Thomas, pointing to a monitor displaying a recording of a bright light in the sky. This sighting occurred 3 months ago. The light appeared suddenly, moved in an erratic pattern, and then disappeared. The same pattern was observed in several other sightings. Lisa watches the recording intently, feeling a chill run down her spine. Dr. Thomas continues, showing more recordings and reports. This is a report from a local resident who claims to have seen an alien spaceship land in the forest. He described the spaceship in vivid detail, talking about its bright lights and the thunderous sound it made when it landed. Dr. Thomas explains that the sightings are not isolated events. There is a pattern in the sightings that suggests something more sinister is happening. The lights always appear in the same areas of the forest, and the reports of strange sounds and appearances of beings are consistent. Lisa asks Dr. Thomas if he has any theory about what is happening. The scientist pauses, looking at Lisa with a serious expression. I believe there is an underground alien base in the forest of Missoula. The sightings and reports of abductions are evidence that the aliens have been here for much longer than we imagine. Dr. Thomas shows Lisa a map of the forest. marking the locations where the sightings were reported. These points form a pattern that suggests the existence of an underground base. The lights and sounds are probably the result of their activities. Lisa feels a mixture of fascination and fear. She asks Dr. Thomas if he has ever tried to investigate the forest on his own. The scientist responds that he has, but his investigations were interrupted by unknown forces. Every time I try to get close to the marked locations, something stops me. It's as if there is an invisible barrier. Dr. Thomas shares with Lisa his most surprising discoveries. I found strange artifacts in the forest, objects that do not seem to be from this world. They have an advanced design and are made of materials we cannot identify. Lisa examines the artifacts, feeling a sense of mystery and intrigue. Dr. Thomas continues, explaining that the artifacts are evidence that the aliens have a technology far more advanced than ours. They are watching us, studying us, and I believe they are preparing something big. Dr. Thomas shows Lisa more recordings and reports, each one more shocking than the last. This is a report from a local resident who claims to have been abducted by aliens. She described the beings in vivid detail, talking about their long, thin hands and large black eyes. Lisa asks Dr. Thomas if he believes the aliens have hostile intentions. The scientist pauses, looking at Lisa with a serious expression. I don't know, but what I do know is that we need to discover the truth before it's too late. Lisa thanks Dr. Thomas for sharing his discoveries and promises to continue investigating. She knows she is about to discover something that will change her life forever. The most incredible story of UFO sightings is about to be revealed. You also need to know that if you leave a like on this video, YouTube will see that you liked it and will suggest this video to more people. This way, you help our channel. Can I count on you? Thank you very much. Daniel, a former military man, keeps a dark secret about the alien base. He is reluctant to speak, but Lisa manages to convince him to reveal what he knows. The true story behind the UFO sightings in Missoula is more shocking than anyone could imagine. A case that will leave you perplexed. Daniel reveals that during his time in the military, he was sent to investigate a restricted area in the forest of Missoula. He found a secret entrance to an underground base, where he saw advanced technology that was not from this world. Daniel's discovery is the final piece of the puzzle. This surprising story is already worth your comment, isn't it? So, comment if you know any story like this. Your participation is very important to us. Thank you for that. Lisa, Laura, Dr. Thomas, and Daniel join forces to unravel the mystery that no one has been able to solve. They discover a secret entrance to an underground alien base. The most surprising discovery of all time is about to be revealed. You won't believe what happened next. The group enters the underground base and finds a series of tunnels leading to a central room. Inside the room, they find advanced technology and evidence that aliens have been on Earth for much longer than anyone could imagine. The truth behind the UFO sightings in Missoula is finally revealed. Now, you won't believe what happened next. And this is where the story gets really interesting. The truth behind this story is more shocking than anyone could imagine. Discover what the experts don't want you to know about the alien base in Missoula. Lisa and her group discover that the underground base is just a small part of a global network of alien bases. They find documents revealing that the aliens have been observing humanity for centuries, waiting for the right moment to make contact. The final revelation is so shocking that it changes everyone's perspective on the existence of extraterrestrial life. And you, do you believe there are hidden alien bases on Earth? Leave a comment and watch this video now with an incredible story being suggested to you. See you next time. Thank you for subscribing.